Guava juice, a guide to losing your entire audience. I guess we could use this so that I could never fuck up, or I could use this so that I don't have to get woke people on my streams.
Guava Juice's former 200 million view months have declined by over 90%, with many of these recent views coming from shorts, as his long-form content gains roughly 100,000 views.
I swear to God, like, if you want to be a YouTuber, it's like 10 seconds in and I'm pausing. I'm already sorry. But like, I always notice this on YouTubers. Like, if you want to be a YouTuber, you need to have the most clickbaity face. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to be a YouTuber, like, having a face, the most clickbaity, weirdly over-exaggerated facial reaction, I think is a requirement at this point. Like, anybody can do it, man. I swear to God. And that's a problem, though, as a VTuber, since you're an anime character. It's really hard to pull this off, but holy shit, man.
What on earth happened? Let's travel back to his absolute peak. January 2017, 249 million views. Why was he so successful at this point in time? By then, Guava Juice had already been on YouTube for over 11 years, during which it became apparent that he was incredibly talented at latching onto trends and had built an intuition for what was popular on YouTube at any one time. For example, his 2007 music video parodies were similar to what Smosh had become successful with, and by 2016, he was still competing with other top-tier gaming YouTubers like Vanoss. Unfortunately, this also meant that Guava hadn't really carved out a specific lane for his channel, which is a necessity for long-term YouTube growth. Well, arguably. You can get reasonable views by joining a genre and making a contribution. However, explosive growth usually comes from pioneering a brand new or underperforming genre, as Guava Juice would come to discover in mid-2016 after uploading a video simply titled...
I have a question though. For those who are watching this video and the people who are in my stream right now, did you guys hear Sonny? Like, you need to pioneer a specific genre of YouTube to have an explosive growth. Do you guys think that we will ever grow in this YouTube space? Like, do you ever think that we will get popular? Like, have lots of viewers, essentially, have lots of views. The thing for me is that I'm not really chasing viewers. I'm not really chasing subs. YouTube subs, essentially. The only thing I'm chasing is actual legitimate human people, because I wanna have friends. I wanna have people to talk to. Like, I think that's one of the reasons why I've always focused on the quantity of the people, like how nice our community is. Like, for example, if there's a new person, you guys greet them instantly, right? Or if there's a new person, they join our Discord and we talk off stream. Like, it's like focusing on the quality of individuals who join the stream and join the community. But do you guys think that as a YouTuber we'll probably grow doing reaction videos, or do you guys think that's never going to happen and we need to post original content? Because as a VTuber, it's really hard to make original content that is not already rehashed of whatever is famous out there. You know what I mean? You're still new and building a community. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. Gradual growth. Yeah. I think at some levels, yeah. This is why sometimes most of the time when people ask me, are you a YouTuber or a streamer? Majority of the time I say I'm a streamer because that's where my main priorities lie. So if you're watching this right now in YouTube and you want to join our very lovely community, twitch.tv ryozenreed VT boys, okay? Or just join the Discord, man. Just click the links in the description. But anyway, I hope that we do ever get this. Thank you, Blue. Thank you for the head pats. I do believe that we can hit this now. As long as we have each other, man. I think we could do this, right? Because, like, imagine finding a place where you can call home, right?
Orbeez Bath Challenge. Now, there was no denying that this video was targeted toward children. However, it still had
you just need to do the tried and true method of yourself and follow the path that
video
takes
towards success. For example, anybody could access Orbeez. Most people have a bathtub in their house, so it therefore posed this question of, well, what would be the outcome of this experiment if you did it for yourself?
So it's basically a Mr. Beast
extremely enticing to click on, and once watching, Guava Juice then validated the audience by providing the exact outcome that everybody had clicked on the video for. A bathtub filled to the brim with Orbeez, which when combined with a cameo from Spider-Man, made for the perfect viral video.
Even though you're
Each
old.
of Guava's bathtub uploads
I'm 69 years old.
What would happen if you did this in your own house? There was always an element of curiosity. His Oobleck bath challenge even provided a guide for how to make the liquid, and it posed the question of, well, is he going to get stuck when it finally dries at the end of the video? His Lego bath challenge posed the question of, will he get hurt? While his Diet Coke and Mentos bath challenge implied that the Coke might fizz everywhere. Each episode was only 3 or 4 minutes long, so why not click and see the potential outcome? The short nature of the videos also meant that they didn't waste the audience's time and were optimized for watch time percentage. And while this goes against the classic trope of longer videos equals more watch time equals better performance, this has been disproven by people like David Dobrik, who have shown that 10 4-minute videos can be better for retention in comparison to one 40-minute video in its full entirety. Regardless, Guava Juice's videos were doing so well that even his water bath challenge cracked 5 million views.
I mean like for my case, like I kind of do get how content creators do this. He really looks Asian. Is this me or he looks Asian? I feel like he's Asian. He's giving me Asian vibes. Anyway, the thing about that is that like I kind of understand where he's coming from. He's Filipino. Sabi ko na nga ba Filipino to eh. Sabi na nga ba eh. Naamoy ko na eh. But anyway, what was I saying? The thing about it is that like if you see like of people who waste food, it just disgusts me. You know, I mean, for example, like soaking yourself in Coke and Mentos and seeing whatever is the result. That's a waste of food, man. Or like, you know, taking a bath in cheese, those cheese ball thingy, like that's a waste of food. Like it's kind of weird to me. Like the thing for me is that like if you're gonna do extravagant foods, at least make it a point that you eat it after. Because like I feel it's just a waste of money. Maybe because I'm poor and I'm Asian, which does ultimately make me a cheapsteak. I just feel it's like a bad thing. It's kind of disrespectful to the farmer and to the food itself. Like what? And you're trading this for views? I don't know, man. Maybe I have like a small PP mindset, but I feel like it. Yeah. This is my take. If you're following trend and posting that YouTube as a YouTuber, you know, original content is all the content creator. I mean, I get you. Because of course, Guava Juice is also doing something that is unique. Something, you know, something in his own take. That's why he's super popular, right? But like, why you waste money though, bro? I mean, why you waste food though, bro? Like, look at Mr. Beast. He's not wasting money. He's still giving away food. He's still giving away stuff. You know what I mean? And he's not wasting a single, you know, dime of those. I mean, he did before though. Like, let's be honest. When he was growing, he did before. But like, yeah, people work hard for that food. Yeah. Especially those who doesn't have the opportunity to have those food. Like me. Ryozen getting triggered because of the food. Yes, thank you, Blue. Like me, because I'm getting triggered because I don't have money for food. And then I see these assholes wasting food. Man. What do you call that? Poor vibes, man. Poor vibes, Ryo.
Leading him to experiment with other types of content, in which he'd reveal another simple yet key success component. He was actually excited to make each video. Despite being in his mid-20s, you could tell that Guava Juice loved every piece of content, from making gummy pizzas to building a house out of red cups. This gave the videos a unique, enjoyable flavor, as it was obvious that he was happy to be there, which accompanied his cliche yet ideal philosophy of wanting to improve the content every single day.
As long as you consistently make an effort to do better every single day, things will definitely get better every single day.
I did not know he's Filipino
Guava's
though.
explosion was also assisted by timing, as viral videos required significantly less time and effort back in 2017. Take for example this video titled "Do Not Jump on the Trampoline Ball Pit at 3 AM, in which the time is shown at the start of the video 3:06, as well as at the end of the video 3:29, meaning this entire episode took only 23 minutes to film. There were basically no props, no script, and the whole thing was shot in one take, meaning the video took only a couple of hours to complete after editing, and it's now received over 20 million views. To achieve that same kind of performance on any long-form video today requires at least 1 week's work, as well as maybe a team, maybe a budget, and even then pulling anything close to that number requires a perfect storm. Back then, however,
that's kind of the thing nowadays. Sorry if I'm pausing the videos too much. But that's the kind of thing that I was. This is why, like, you guys know that when you ask kids, like Gen Zers, is it Gen Zers? I don't know. Like when you ask kids essentially what they want to be in the future, and most of the time they say that they want to be YouTubers, or they want to be like TikTokers. You know, it's kind of hard. You know what I mean? Because like the threshold to make content is the level of like the level of like quality that you need to do to make content is way high now. Unlike back in the days in 2015, 2016, 2017, where you post a video and at least you could guarantee at least like 10,000 views as long as your video is mediocre at best. Nowadays, if you want to make a viral video, if you want to make any good video, you need to really invest on it. Like, you need an editor, you need a team, you need like to encapsulate what is like the best way to make the thumbnail, what's the best way to title, how to clickbait people. At the same time, what is the best format to do it? Like, should you spoil the results already at the beginning, or should you hype it up? Like, etc., etc., etc. Like, now kids nowadays, they all want to be YouTubers and TikTokers and whatever. But like, as time progresses, content creation is gonna get harder and harder and harder until only companies can do it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Until like only big name companies can pull off content creation at this point. So at some level, I kind of do get it. At the same time, it's kind of rough, man. It's genuinely rough for me to see this, because like, even for me, like, majority of the time the YouTube channel is just for reaction videos. But at the same time, I always wanted to do some kind of content like this, you know? Like, for example, surviving 24 hours in Manila with $0. You know what I mean? Like, surviving Manila, which Manila is the capital of the Philippines, by the way, with $0, you know? Or like eating the spiciest mami or lugaw in the Philippines. Like, you know, those kind of content, you cannot pull those off without like planning, without coordination, without a team behind you, without editors, etc., etc. Nowadays, making content is just so hard, man. It's just what's up, Inubis? Making content is just so hard nowadays, man. I don't really suggest it at all. It's really hard, man.
Was doing millions of views on every single video.
I'm not one of those kids.
All of which needed minimal planning and could have been completed in under a day. In the process, Guava Juice kept up with every trend from Fortnite to TikTok reactions until he'd dip his feet into a brand new video type that would take his channel to a whole new level. His 10 Things You Shouldn't Do series.
Okay.
In the beginning, it wasn't even supposed to be a series. However, after 10 Things You Shouldn't Do in an airplane gained a view count in the millions, Guava Juice doubled down with 10 Things You Shouldn't Do in the movie theater, 10 Things You Shouldn't Do at school, and 10 Things You Shouldn't Do on a train, each of which performing incredibly well, and it's really no wonder why. The videos were comedic, relatable, and had a bunch of effort put into them. They usually had multiple people per skit as well as a full set for every video, which made them extra unique, especially when combined with Guava Juice's absolutely insane style of comedy.
Don't be a food inspector!
Hello, my friend. How may I help you today?
Hello, I'm the food inspector. Could I have one of each food, please?
Sure thing. Follow me.
I love inspecting food.
Right this way, Mr. Food Inspector. You see, all the food should be right over there.
What is this?
You should have left when you had the chance!
Master! Are you here to save me?
Now stay here for the rest of your life!
What?
Daddy, is that you? It's me, your son.
These videos went absolutely wild throughout 2000.
Wait, how is this popular? It's not even that good. Am I old? I think I'm old. Am I old? I think I'm old. I think I'm old, man. I found that cringe and stupid. I didn't find that entertaining. Holy shit, I think we're old. Yeah, I agree with Glitch. I think we're old. I mean, like, no. You know what? Maybe what if this is for kids and we're not the proper audience for this? What if this videos were meant for kids? Because you look at the thumbnail, it's colorful, exaggerated faces, always, of course. Maybe what if this was for kids? We're just old, dude. Holy shit, we're getting old. Holy shit, we're getting old. But okay, goddamn. But maybe it played like a huge factor because back in 2015, any video that you post can at least guarantee the level of views if it's mediocre at best. So maybe like being an early YouTuber kind of propelled his growth because everybody knows this is that in YouTube, your view count matters. Your total view count matters in terms of recommendation via algorithm because what happens is that consecutive watch time. Essentially, that's what matters now in YouTube, at least. So the thing is, maybe that boosted him up, like how easier it was before. But like, holy shit, man, maybe this content is for kids, and we're just too old. Maybe we're just actual boomers. I want to actually see what Guava Juice does right now for content. Wait, let me just go a quick break in our reaction stream, and let me take a look. Guava Juice. So basically, his content nowadays is. Okay. So his content is like still the same, extremely exaggerated, but his views are really down though. Is he Filipino? Is he Filipino baiting? No, he's not Filipino baiting too, because he is Filipino too, right? I think so at some level, yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Jesus Christ! Like, look at the thumbnails, dude. It's exaggerated facial reactions, man. I think we're doing YouTube wrong, man. I think we're doing YouTube wrong. We should be doing this stuff, dude. Like, yeah. Well, to be fair, when I was a kid, Married with Children was a family show. I get you. I get you there. Okay, let's continue. Maybe we're just getting old. TLDR, we're just getting old.
20, often gaining well over 10
Goddamn,
million views. However, in April 2021, seemingly overnight, something began to change on the Guava Juice channel. He went from gaining over 100,000 subscribers every single month to almost complete stagnation, while his videos were suddenly struggling to achieve more than 1 million views. Why the sudden drop? The decline seemed to begin with a video by Danny Gonzalez, posted only 2 weeks prior, titled Guava Juice is Out of Control, in which Danny would critique the absolutely insane nature of every Guava Juice video in a fun and entertaining way.
It's just so hard to follow. It's like, is this even a story? Is there a plot to this? They're just like doing random things and crazy things are happening. He can't really subvert our expectations anymore because our expectation is just that something random is going to happen at all times.
The video received over 2 million views in less than a week, and while it acted as somewhat of a compliment, since Guava Juice was trying to make insane content, Danny's video would also act as a catalyst for the short-term retirement of the series. After uploading an episode on the 3rd of April, Guava Juice didn't post a 10 Things You Shouldn't Do episode until almost 3 months later on the 27th of June, after which it became obvious that the quality of the series had dropped off significantly. For example, Guava Juice's 10 Things You Shouldn't Do at Disneyland felt like it had been thrown together with no prior planning. There was no set, there were no characters, and the jokes felt random, but in a way that was more like, what the hell even is this anymore?
Don't feed the birds.
What?
During the retirement of the series, Guava Juice had instead been uploading increasingly lazy content, such as Guava Juice Ranks Guava Juice videos, as well as old repackaged compilations, such as Best of Guava Juice 24-hour livestream, both of which subtly implying that the glory days of the channel were coming to an end, as was also indicated by the thumbnails. During his peak, the thumbnails felt clean, straightforward, and were on par with YouTube's meta at the time. And while some of his 2021 thumbnails were definitely,
of course, it's
on
the commentary community being the Thanos. That is true.
Crowded, dated, or just straight up confusing. The channel seemed to have been struggling from a lack of effort and innovation. However, there was actually a good reason for this. In December 2021, Guava Juice announced that he'd instead been spending his time on a kids' TV series called The Guava Juice Show, which was about to release its very first episode on YouTube Originals. Guava displayed his confidence in the show by purchasing a billboard at LAX, and it was looking like this series could reignite the channel, although only in the beginning. The first 5 episodes performed reasonably well, averaging around 3 million views each. However, for whatever reason, the 6th episode gained only 150,000 views, with almost every episode afterwards following a similar trend. Guava and his team would produce a total of 13 episodes for the show, after which he'd upload a new video titled The End, in which Guava Juice was unusually upset, possibly as a partial result of the show's poor performance.
I've been doing Guava Juice for so long, I've missed my daughter's birthdays and friends' weddings, and I feel like there was just no balance to who I am as a person.
Guava Juice didn't specify why he was feeling so down. However, he wasn't ready to give up just yet, as he then released a second season of the show, which once again performed to a mediocre standard. At a couple 100,000 views per episode, Guava might as well have just continued making standard videos, and this wasn't even the worst part. Whilst producing the show's 26 episodes, Guava Juice lost touch with the one skill that had always guaranteed success: an ability to keep up with trends and the current YouTube meta. Prior to making the Guava Juice show, he was averaging maybe 700,000 views on his normal YouTube uploads. However, after the second season came to an end only 7 months later, it was rare to see any of his videos achieve more than 200,000 views. It seemed that Guava Juice had fallen into the misconception that if he split his time between YouTube and a TV show, he'd achieve double the amount of success, yet the opposite happened and his performance was instead cut in half. On top of splitting his time between 2 different forms of media, Guava Juice also had to worry about YouTube Shorts, his in-store products as well as a bloody NFT project, which has to be one of
NFT?
the dumbest things you can launch as a creator because it's so obvious that you're just trying to siphon some quick cash from the audience. Guava Juice's new low was established in a recent video titled My Future, in which he speaks as though his career is pretty much over.
I just want to say,
I
from the
mean,
bottom of my heart, I am very honored to be a part of your channel.
I mean, like, if that's the case, he could just do the PewDiePie route, where he basically just retired slowly. You know what I mean? At this point, if your channel's already declining, why not just do the PewDiePie route? Just slowly lay off into the video, make more vlog-style personality-based content around you and your family. And then after that, you know, maybe visit some cool place and become like a lifestyle of YouTuber. You know, just do the PewDiePie route essentially, because like at least by then you're trying to invest not in your content anymore, but in your personality now, and people will be excited to see you progress as a person and not really like how extreme your content is. You know what I mean? Because like in sort of extreme contents, like you will always get outdone. Like the king of that type of content is Mr. Beast, and he will never get outdone by that. Like, you know. Like, at this point, just make it like personality based. You could always take the PewDiePie route because it worked really well for Pewds too.
His former excitement has transformed into boredom and complete apathy, as was highlighted during one of the video's announcements.
With growing in mind, I just want to let you know for this channel, moving forward, I'm going back to my old roots, which is gaming. 2016, I made the channel because I wanted to create a gaming channel.
While Guava Juice gives off the vibe that he wants the videos to return to their former glory, it also seems like he's lacking the motivation and clear vision to get them there. And as a result, he's trying almost anything, including sympathy from the audience, to achieve an increase in viewership. However, this has only had the opposite effect, as most of his gaming videos struggle to achieve 100,000 views. Guava Juice has made it way too obvious that he doesn't have an interest in producing the content, and this lack of commitment shows in each and every upload. The videos just feel a bit generic and aimless. A great YouTube video should be fresh and energizing, something that makes you want to click, just like the bathtub videos did during the channel's heyday. And while it's clear that Guava Juice is slowly rebuilding his intuition for what makes a great video, he's yet to return his skills back to a competitive level.
Here's the thing though, I understand like this feels like sad. It is sad. It is sad at some levels. But here's the thing, in as a YouTuber, is that you always get, look at this stuff. Look at his backlog of content. His backlog of content is like 100 mil, 66 million, 58 million. Like all of these is still entertaining by nature. If you, do you see this? Like in my screen right now, do you see this? The VPH. Do you see this? The VPH is views per hour. So look at this. His 6-year-old video is gaining views. See, 6 years ago, his videos that he posted are still gaining views to this day. Like, even if you look at his backlog of content, it is still gaining views. So this is the thing, is that you guys might feel like, oh no, it's sad, he's done, it's out of his heyday. But the thing is, like, if you have a backlog of content, the YouTube will still recommend them. So this is why, like, in certain videos, like, you could see that suddenly, like, you have 0 viewers and then suddenly it spikes because of because of the algo. That's the thing. Like, for example, look at PewDiePie. If you look at PewDiePie too, like, if you look at his content is way different now, right? But if you look at his content, he's still racking, like, views. Like, you see, he still has views per hour, by the way. So in some level, in some sense, like, if you're a popular YouTuber, as long as you make content that people will still watch regardless of the time, that's what we call evergreen content, by the way, you could still earn ad revenue from that. Because it's not like YouTube is going to demonetize you, you know what I mean? Because it's a working video and YouTube wants all the money. So it's still going to work. So I know that a Guava Juice might feel like, oh, it's like a hard thing, Guava Juice, GG. But at some levels, I feel like Guava Juice is still going to do okay. As long as he consistently still posts something at least, I think Guava Juice will definitely be Gucci. He might not have the extravagant lifestyle, like maybe like, buying a Bugatti, or like buying a mansion or whatever, but at least he could still get by. And maybe getting by is a bad term, but he's still probably going to make more money than you with his backlog of content that he did before. That's the best thing about YouTube, is that as long as you have a backlog of content, you're still going to be Gucci, because those backlog videos will still generate ad revenue for you, or AdSense. Anyway, Good video. Let's move on to the next one, boys.